Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. It is Wednesday. It's the 20th day of April. It's 420, so that's like a drug thing. That is not on my list here, though. But I just noticed that as I was looking through. So it's like 420. I don't know what that is. Something 420 day. I don't know. But it's National Banana Day. And I'm going to tell you more about that here in a bit because we're going to talk about our guest. National Pineapple Upside Down Cake Day. National Look-alike Day. You know who you look like? You look like Heidi Small from the radio.
Oh,
you do.
I've heard that.
National Lima Bean Respect Day. So respect those lima beans today.
Okay.
And National Cheddar Fries Day. Oh, that'd be a fun thing to celebrate.
That sounds good.
And if you do want to celebrate Banana Day, maybe you do that the cool way, like all the cool kids are doing, Heidi. My guest today, Renee and Bacara, have a product called BananaLoca. It was featured on Shark Tank, and I saw this online. It's a really interesting thing. They actually sent me one. It's a cool little kitchen gadget, and I'm going to chat with them. They've got not one, but two.
I did see it. It's adorable.
Two sharks that teamed up with them, Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary. Some folks call them the Dream Team. BananaLoca. We're going to chat with them coming up.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Surgeons who listen to AC/DC while operating are more accurate and efficient, according to a new study.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Researchers at Germany's Heidelberg University found listening to rock music can have a calming effect and even lower the blood pressure for the doctor. Listening to fast-paced music proved to be a major factor in speeding up operations. Doctors who listened to AC/DC's Highway to Hell and TNT went from taking 236 seconds to make an incision to just 139. That's a big difference.
But is that necessarily a good thing?
It says
they're going faster?
Listen, though, they were also 5% more accurate. The Beatles' Hey Jude and Let It Be sped up the time to take stitches to stitch his wound. The time to stitch up a wound, it increased it by 50%, but only when played at low volume. So there's some weird rules to this study, but what a bizarre thing.
All right.
That is good news? Question mark? I don't know. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know 1 in 3 women do not remember what their natural hair color is?
Oh, that's a little sad.
Yeah. A poll of women between the ages of 42 and 57 reveal that half of them have been dyeing their hair a different color than what they were born with for so long. It says the average female Gen Xer hasn't seen their natural color since at least 2019. And some of them a whole lot longer than that. Among those in relationships, 32% are not sure that their partner even knows what their real hair color is.
Huh.
So 1 in 3 don't remember themselves, though. That's the concerning thing.
Yeah, that's a little
What color
bizarre.
was your hair before you started dyeing your hair, Heidi?
It's like a dirty blonde.
I just remember your cousin Nikki, who is a hairstylist,
Said it was mousy.
Yeah, and that's when you had to dye your hair.
Mousy.
I was like, I think that's a term they use to get people to dye their hair. She's like, I don't know. I think you should do something. It's just kind of mousy. I've never heard that word before or after. Mousy. We don't know everything, but we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. It's back to Meghan Mansion drawing board for Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez after their deal for the $55 million Bel Air estate did not go through.
Oh.
So yeah, you're gonna start looking around and see if they can find something else there. Been checking out estates in Beverly Hills. One for $64 million, another one for just a paltry $72 million. I know, probably fixer-uppers. Hey, a new live-action
That
Casper.
whole situation is
I know,
so
it is
bizarre.
bizarre. A new live-action Casper the Friendly Ghost series is in development at Peacock. The show Casper is a horror-adventure series that reimagines the origin of everybody's favorite ghost. It's a coming-of-age story as well, so we'll learn more as we get
They're
closer.
making him scary?
I don't know. Mark Wahlberg gained 30 pounds for his latest movie. He was eating up to 8 meals a day. Father Stu, he plays a boxer turned priest. He piled on the pounds to portray Stuart Long. It's a true story based
I'm
on a true
actually
story.
very excited about this
I
one.
think it looks really good. By the way, I've also packed on some pounds for a role. It's for the role of John from the John and Heidi show. And then I found out later, I'm like, wait, we're not even be on camera?
Yeah.
I gained all this weight for nothing?
Wow.
I should have read the contract. All right, Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. In the most shocking product development of all time, maybe, an edit button may be coming to Twitter. And it kind of sounds like it is coming to Twitter. Testing of the much-demanded feature will be available in the coming months to users of the paid subscription service Twitter Blue, according to a Twitter tweet. The announcement came the same day the company said Elon Musk is joining the board, and then it kind of sounds like he didn't join the board. Am I following that right?
he did not join the board.
They
That is
announced his
correct.
appointment to the board. He invited his followers to vote in a poll on whether the platform should support an edit feature. That prompted the CEO to say, consequences of this poll will be important. Please vote carefully. So, anyway, that whole, I'm on Twitter barely, like I'm there if you're following me.
I think I
thanks,
have
but-
an account that I made years and years
Yeah.
and years ago, but I've never used it.
Well, they limit how long your name can be. So like on Facebook and Instagram, it's John and Heidi Show. Over there, I was trying to figure out how to do it, so I'm just using my account, Big John Small. I gave up. Because I'm like, I can't fit all of that. And it didn't work. So anyway. Hey, Wild Type, a California-based startup, is creating a sushi-grade salmon by cultivating cells extracted from salmon eggs. The cells grow in steel vessels, spreading over plant-based mesh to form fibrous tissue. The process is faster than aquaculture and produces no waste since the edible parts are the only thing they grow. It's a long way to go before this futuristic food becomes common, but it is a hopeful prospect for fish populations and eco-minded sushi lovers alike.
So bizarre.
Yeah, salmon is the world's largest single fish commodity by value, but overfishing has slashed the salmon population. I'm a fan of salmon. Now, growing up, I never had salmon. We had all kinds of other fish, but growing up, I don't ever remember having salmon. Then Heidi said, "Hey, do you like salmon?" I'm like, I don't know. And then you made some, and I was like, "Is this salmon?" And you said, "Yeah." And I go, "I like salmon."
I like salmon.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, I don't know if I would like this type of salmon, but interesting stuff. That is the scoop of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this National Banana Day. We're going to celebrate by chatting with the inventors of BananaLoca. You might have seen them on Shark Tank. We've got Renee and Bashara joining us right now, and they were on there. They got to deal with a couple of sharks. We'll chat more about that story in a moment, but first, let's say hello to Renee. How are you?
Friday, I'm always good. Thank you, John. How are you?
I am fantastic. Now, you're one of the co-creators of BananaLoca. Let's talk about this invention, and how long ago was it that you came up with this idea?
It's about 2 years ago we embarked on our bonkers banana journey.
And we have Bashara joining us as well. He's the co-creator of BananaLoca. And Bashara, where did this idea come from?
So growing up, my mom used to make me these sandwiches where she would spread Nutella on a piece of pita bread and smash a banana on top of it and wrap it like a burrito, and that flavor was just amazing. And fast forward to my adult life, I was just doing some research around recipes that combined the two, and I couldn't find any. And, suddenly it hit me, like, why not create this thing, get the bread out of it, and just do Nutella inside of the banana, and, brought the idea to Renee, and next thing you know, fast forward, we got a product.
So let's talk about how long that process took, from the time you came up with the concept and actually created one until people saw you on Shark Tank on ABC. How long was that?
May 2019, and they actually absolutely loved the demo and the product. At the time, we got featured in Business Insider, and it was just that we were pre-revenue. We hadn't launched our e-commerce website. We were not on Amazon yet. And they said, you can go in front of producers, but, no pun intended, you might get eaten alive by the sharks. So they said, you have a choice. You can go on now and do your best pitch, or wait till you have some sales numbers behind you, and then go to the next season. And so we decided to postpone until we had an amazing Kickstarter that we launched, and then sales that came in. So we were actually successful in our Shark Tank as well, and we just aired in December.
So when you were on Shark Tank, you already had some sales. Is that because of Kickstarter, or were there other things as well?
Oh, many different things. So we did a bunch of sales on Kickstarter, and that was pre-production, right? So we still were in the process of finalizing the design and getting the product in country and ready to go. So the Kickstarter was really to help finance some of the development at the beginning of the process. But by the time we appeared on Shark Tank, we had roughly $150,000 to $200,000 worth of sales, and that helped us really impress the sharks and prove that there's viability behind the product and the invention.
And Renee, when you guys were on Shark Tank, you got a deal, not with one shark, but a couple of sharks, right?
Yeah, we got not one, but two sharks. So we had Mark Cuban and Mr. Wonderful himself, Kevin O'Leary, in depth.
And when I saw that Kevin was one of the partners, I said they have to have sales, because he doesn't really invest if it's pre-revenue, does he?
True story.
Yeah, he's a hard one. He's a hard one to win over.
So what is it like working with the sharks? Do you work closely with either of the two?
Yeah, we're still finalizing the deal. Actually, there's a lot of work that goes into it after the show. So a lot of your the listeners probably think that once the deal happens on the show, that's it. You start working with the sharks. But the reality is, it's just a handshake deal, and then lawyers and different researchers get involved afterwards, and they do their due diligence, and you start drafting the legal paperwork, and that process could take up to a year. So up until now, we haven't really, finalized, and we're still in the process of hashing everything out. With that being said, we have met with Kevin a couple of times as we refine everything and create some marketing campaigns.
So on TV, sometimes he comes across as cranky, but I see a little bit of a smile there. I think in real life, he probably seems like a pretty nice dude.
Oh, we love Kevin. He is such an awesome guy. He's very generous with his time, and I think I definitely think he's a lot nicer in real life than day to day. I think a little bit of what he does on the show is to add to the drama and the excitement.
And I'm on the website, BananaLoca.com. Is that the best place to go to find this?
Yeah, no, BananaLoca.com is the best place. We ship all over the world, and you can also connect with us on our social media at MyBananaLoca as well.
Very nice. Thank you both for your time today. We appreciate it a bunch on this National Banana Day.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
And again, it's called BananaLoca. BananaLoca.com is their website. And I have one here, and I feel silly because I need to get some bananas. So today's the day. It's National Banana Day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards. Some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Mailing an entire building is illegal in the United States. Has been since 1916, when a man mailed a 400,000-ton brick house across Utah to avoid freight rates.
How would you mail?
I don't know. I have no idea. Very bizarre story. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Humans invented booze before we invented the wheel. Yeah. That's
Priorities.
interesting. Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The name Hotmail was chosen because it contains in order the letters HTML, which is like online stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why it's Hotmail. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Data scientists analyzed over 10,000 words to discover the happiest word in the English language. What do you think the happiest word is?
I don't know.
Laughter. It's the happiest word. Yeah. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
This is disgusting. It says earwax is actually a type of sweat. Ew.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I've never really thought
Me
before
neither.
about what
That's
it
not a fun
must
fact.
be.
It's just a yucky fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Question is, the average family throws away 70 of these, 70 of these perfectly edible items every year. I don't. What are they, Heidi?
Bananas.
70. No, it's banana day today. They wouldn't throw away perfectly edible ones.
But they go bad so fast.
I see what you're saying. So then people are like, oh, I wouldn't eat that one.
Right.
No, it's a good answer. Good answer. Let's see. Bananas, is it on board? Nope, it was not bananas. And I guess, what's that? We don't have a board? Okay. All right. Over here, the answer, the heel on bread. So the bread loaf end
some
or
people
crust
do.
or heel.
I do not.
I know.
I
we keep
actually
those.
don't mind that.
The average family throws away 70 heels on the loaf of bread or the end crust
that makes sense.
per year. Yeah, don't do that. Give them to Heidi. We like them.
I do like them.
That is the question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. San Francisco police were faced with a new challenge after stopping a vehicle with nobody inside. In a video posted to Insta, that's what they call Instagram.
That's what the kids call it.
Officers approached a vehicle operated by a driverless taxi company, Cruise. It had been driving with no headlights on. A cop remarked that there ain't nobody in it, is what he says. Then the car moves forward, appearing to take off on the police. Cruise later explained that it was pulling ahead for a safer location. The company also explained the headlights issue was a result of human error. So, okay. If you want to see, there's like video and whatnot. I've got a link to that. It's in the show notes. That whole thing, I'm still not quite ready for the future we live in today.
Me either.
Again, there's probably some people out there that go, I'm ready for this because they're using the stuff. But it's just still feels really, really weird to me.
Yeah, me
That
too.
is today's weird news. It's brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com, the world's busiest airports. Should I start at the top or should I start at the bottom of the list? The top 10.
Let's start at the
Number 10?
bottom.
So number 10 and go up to number 1?
Yeah.
All right, number 10, Las Vegas. There's
Really? Vegas was
39.8
10?
million passengers. That's up 79%, by the way. So they're up from wherever the last time was. And then we go, these are the world's busiest airports. So 39.8 million was Vegas. And then Chengdu, China is 40 million. Another place in China, Guangzhou, China, 40 million.
Okay.
Orlando, 40.4 million. Charlotte, 43 million. Los Angeles, LAX, 48 million. Chicago, O'Hare, 54 million. Denver, 58.8 million. Dallas, Fort Worth, 62.5 million. And the number one answer, the world's busiest airport in the world, according to this list, I think I said world twice, Atlanta.
Yep, I was going to guess
75.7
Atlanta.
million peoples. That is up 76% from 2020. And that is the list. Brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. This one's making me smile already because I remember when I was a kid, I watched a program. It was a rerun, but Groucho Marx is who this is from.
Okay.
And he had a really fun game show that he did. And then it was playing, again, when I was a kid, it was playing as a rerun, but it was just fun to watch. You remember Groucho Marx? You know who that is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know
always
who
liked
Groucho
Marx.
is.
Here's a quote from Groucho Marx. And by the way, thank you for sharing this one. It makes me smile. He says, outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read.
Adorable.
Another fun quote that he had from, and I have to paraphrase it because I don't have it in front of me, but he said something along the lines of, this morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas. What the elephant was doing in my pajamas, I'll never know. So, I just like that old-timey humor.
You do.
I really do.
You do.
I just think it's really funny. And it's just clever and, I don't know, I guess. You know where I get my sense of humor. That is the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. The event that we've talked about that's on there, the Sands.
Yes.
They just recently made a big announcement. One of the
Yes,
other
they did.
Culture Club.
Culture
That's
Club
Boy
is
George.
going to be at the
they
Sands.
hadn't announced all the artists, and Culture Club was one that they just recently announced.
Huge one.
That's really cool. Again, that's at radiotravelgroup.com. Here's the good news. A big thumbs up to Egyptian swimmer Omar Hegaze, who broke 2 Guinness World Records. 7 years after losing his leg in a car accident, the 31-year-old set a new mark for longest distance swam underwater with 1 breath.
Wow.
And longest distance swam underwater with 1 breath with fins. So, and the first one was 185 feet, and the second was 251 feet.
Wow.
Just as impressive, he admits, he first got into swimming because he was very angry about losing his leg. Here's a quote from him. He said, I found a way to let out my anger and frustration. But I was also, it's where I felt really free and capable. Now, he's a motivational speaker, and he's achieved several other athletic milestones, including a 700-kilometer cycling challenge.
Wow.
So that is really cool. And
that's very motivational.
it really, really is. There are people who go through terrible things, and sometimes they, when you're down in the dumps, some people stay down in the dumps.
Yeah.
And it's really sad to see that. And there's others who, they're down in the
Come
dumps
back
for a
stronger.
bit, and they go, you know what? I don't like being down in the dumps.
Yep.
They find a way to climb back out, and he has certainly done that. 2 Guinness World Records.
That's beautiful.
I keep thinking I'd like to set a Guinness World Record, and Heidi says it would be a waste of my time.
Yes.
But I got to find something that I can do better than anyone in the world. I don't know if there's anything I can do. All right. That is our good news. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.